You're watching Talking Habs, the home of Habs hockey, where everything is dedicated to the Habs and all things hockey. In this video, I'm previewing the game between the Montreal Canadiens and the St. Louis Blues, the defending Stanley Cup champion. So to get more of my content like this on a daily basis, subscribe and ring the notifications bell right down below. Okay, so St. Louis, the defending Stanley Cup champs, are in town tonight to face the struggling Montreal Canadiens. In the first four games, they are 1-1-2, sixth in the Atlantic. St. Louis is 3-0-1 for first in the Central. Their home record for Montreal is 0-1-0, and the road record for St. Louis is 2-0-0. Versus the East, St. Louis is 2-0-1, and versus the West this year, Montreal has not played a game. Last season, head-to-head, they were 1-1-0, both teams. Goals per game. Goals per game, Montreal and St. Louis both at 3.5, and that's good enough for 12th in the league. Montreal has scored 15, and St. Louis has scored 14. Goals against per game, Montreal's at 4.25. Not good, 26th in the league. St. Louis, 2.75 for 12th in the league. St. Louis has let up 11 goals, and Montreal has given up 18 goals. Power play percentage, Montreal is 33.3, an average of 1 out of 3 tries each game, which I think they did that each game. That's good for 7th in the league. St. Louis is 18.2%, good for 21st in the league. Penalty kill, Montreal 66.7%, which is 23rd in the league, not very good. After 4 games, they got to start picking that up right away. St. Louis 85.7%, good enough for 9th in the league. Top 4 scorers on each team. Armia for Montreal, 4 games, 3 goals, 1 assist, 4 points. Drouin, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. Gallagher, 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points. And Domi, 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points. For St. Louis, O'Reilly in 4 games, 1 goal, 6 assists, 7 points. Perron, 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points. Blais, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points. And Shen, 3 goals for 3 points. Price has played 3 games. He is 1-1-1 with an awful 3.51 goals against and a not great .903 save percentage. Binnington, on the other hand, has played 3 games as well. He's 2-0-1. He has a 2.31 goals against and a .928 save percentage. So he's just like Binnington should be. I have him in a hockey pool, so I'm happy. But I also have Price along with him, and I'm not happy. For Montreal stats, it's clear that Montreal's biggest problem right now is defense. From goals against to penalty kill percentage. And when I say goals against, I mean goals against per game. Penalty kill percentage, and even Price's goals against, all point to a defense that's missing something. 18 goals against in the first 4 games isn't awe-inspiring. The offense is performing with 15 goals for. The power play is clicking with 1 power play goal a game. So it's the defense, and we all knew going into the season that the defense may not be good enough as a group. We were worried because they didn't get that number 1 left-hand defenseman that we were hoping to get, so we knew going in could be a problem. Even me, who was gung-ho, but still I did say it could be a problem. It's not optimal, but I thought it would be good enough. But right now it's not. Noah Juleson, this is the good news, has been cleared for action and sent to Laval to get into game shape and a possible call-up ASAP if all goes well. So Cale Fleury should be concerned by that. The rookie will more than likely be sent back when Juleson gets the call-up, if and when Juleson gets the call-up, unless he starts to play lights out. A deal of some kind could be in the works as well, and I would think this could happen in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Once you hit that month into the season, you will reevaluate, and if you need to do something, you do it, whether it's call-ups and demotions or a trade of some sort. So I said, like, a deal could happen in the next 2 to 3 weeks if the guys don't turn this around. In the meantime, there's no need to panic. There really isn't any need to panic just yet. But by game 10 to 15, it would be. It would be time to start panicking because they got to do something. This defense right now is not good enough. Sherratt was much better against the Wings, yes. And I expect to see Kulak and Fleury in tonight in place of Riley and Folin. Although I kind of thought Folin had a decent game against Detroit. Now, I wrote this review before I saw the lineups for today, and we'll get into what the lineups are going to be for tonight because they're a little different than I thought. So, forwards. Sticking obviously with Tatar, Deneau, and Gallagher. Line 2's changed up. It's Lekin and Domi with Wheel on the right side. Line 3 stays the same, and Line 3 has been their best line consistently all through the season so far. And that's Drouin, Kotkaniemi, and Armia. Line 4 is Byron, Thompson, and Suzuki. And quite frankly, I know a lot of people aren't happy. I don't know if it isn't the best place. I mean, let me get my words right. I actually think this might be a good place for Suzuki for the next, I guess he's got 5 more games before they've got to decide whether he's staying or going back or is going down. For the next 5 games, it's a good place. He seems more comfortable there. With Byron, he has somebody who can put the puck in the net, he can make plays with. And Thompson, good face-off man, works as hard as can be, great in the corners. I don't think it's such a bad thing, and I found Suzuki in the third period against Detroit was starting to come around. That's what I saw. Cousins is sitting, so Cousins is the extra. On defense, we have some changes there too. Mete and Weber are the same. Line 2 is now Kulak and Petrie from last year. Great pairing, I thought, last year. Let's see if they've got it back, and that could help. If Kulak and Petrie hit it off again, it'll help a bit on the defense. And the third pairing is going to be Sherratt with Folin. I don't think it would be a good idea to have Sherratt and Fleury. Honestly, I don't think that's going to be a strong enough pairing. I liked Folin. I honestly kind of like Folin. I guess there's two houses, Riley and Folin. I'm on the Folin side. I thought he did okay in Detroit against Detroit. Excuse me. And last season in the 19 games, I don't remember how many games he played. I thought he held his own and he was competent. So I don't mind this pairing. I think Folin can show that his skating is better this year. And Sherratt's the guy hanging back, obviously. So we'll see how that works out. So as far as for an answer for the defense for right now, without making any kind of big moves, I guess I'm cool with that because I like seeing Kulak and Petrie together. So those are the line changes. This is what how they're practicing. So that's what we should see on the ice tonight. So now, with all that being said, I think this is one of those games where Montreal could surprise tonight, Saturday night. It's a Saturday night game. So it's Saturday night at home against the defending Cup champs. Couldn't ask for a better scenario for Montreal to give all the Habs naysayers nothing to talk about. And show the Blues that Montreal belongs and can give them all they can handle, even if Montreal is a smaller team. Fix the defensive lapses and Montreal will be a different team out there, capable of giving St. Louis more than they can handle. So my prediction for this game, and it's tentative, but I'm going to back my words and what I've said, and I'm going 3-2 Montreal, but I think in overtime. I think it's going to be a tight game. I think Montreal is going to play. They're going to have to play. They're going to have to play better defensively. I think they're going to have to try to show what they can do. And it's going to be a tight game right down to the end, and it's 3-2 Montreal in overtime. So go get them, boys! Thanks for watching this video. If you like to give a thumbs up, I really appreciate that you guys watch. And subscribe and ring the notifications bell. That's down there. And that'll get you all my videos and live streams. And live stream right after the game tonight. I'll be doing my live stream, so look for that. Give it about 20 minutes or so after the game ends, and I'll be going live. So approximately 10 o'clock. Of course, it might go into overtime. If it does, it could be 10:30. So we'll see. So I hope to see you there. Go Habs, go! Bye, y'all.